Before Angry Grandpa's maniac ranting would gain him over 2 million subscribers and half a billion views on YouTube. Before Angry Grandpa would be featured on Dr. Drew, TruTV's Most Shocking, RudeTube, and MTV's Pranks.
Broadcast yourself. Broadcast yourself.
Before his fanbase, Grandpa's Army, would send him endless gifts in the mail.
Happy birthday!
God damn!
Before Angry Grandpa would destroy thousands of dollars worth of electronics and furniture in his wild tirades.
What is that? Oh my God!
Angry Grandpa, well, he was the son of an abusive war veteran growing up dirt poor in South Carolina. He had a full head of gray hair at a young age, and even prior to that, well, he too would go fight in the army. He was in the Vietnam War. But then when he returned, well, he took to drinking on the regular. He also befriended now known serial killer Pee Wee Gaskins, a friendship that almost ended his story early. Living in a trailer park, he got his partner pregnant and they had a shotgun wedding. And well, he became a chip off the old block of the abusive father kind because he was mistreating his own children. He also was dealing with alcoholism and a bipolar disorder, and it was a killer combo. But regardless, he does have some kind of relationship with his kids, and they found fame together on YouTube. What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden, and welcome to Before They're Famous, documenting the life and career of Angry Grandpa prior to fame, here for you on Before They're Famous. Now, you guys requested this video. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below who you want to hear about next, and Kid Behind Camera, I'm already working on that one.
The freaking chainsaw! Dude, no!
Charles Marvin Green Jr. was born on October 16, 1950 and was raised in the neighborhood of Sherwood Forest in Charleston, South Carolina. He was the son of Charles Marvin Green Sr., a World War II sergeant, and Dorothy Myers Green. He grew up with his sister Charlene, and he had a very troubled childhood. His father, well, he wasn't in the best of spirits when he returned from the war, and he took to beating his kids on the regular, oftentimes with a coat hanger. He also caught young Charles smoking at the age of 6, so he decided to sit him down and have him smoke an entire pack to teach him a lesson.
I'm going to stand here and watch you smoke every one of those cigarettes.
When he was 9, his father was paralyzed in an automobile accident and the family struggled for money. Kids at school mocked him for being so poor. His parents attended Ashley River Baptist Church, and Green remembers constantly coming over to the house to give money and offer assistance. Now obviously the family was struggling along, and the father's injuries, well, they just got worse and worse, and eventually, well, he would pass away. Now Charles, he inherited a whole set of genes from his father, including that of a full head of gray hair at a very young age. Although he may have looked old, he was enlisted in the army, and at 18 he went over to Vietnam to fight in the war. When he returned, he worked a number of various jobs, including owning a small business. He became the maintenance man for an apartment complex, and then he became a firefighter working for the North Charleston Fire Department. In the early 70s, he befriended a man by the name of Donald Henry Gaskins, aka Pee Wee Gaskins, the serial killer. Now Charles has gone on to state that he had no idea that the man was in fact a serial killer. He did recall a time when they both got drunk together, and then Charles, well, he slammed Pee Wee's head into the counter, and Pee Wee, well, he then said, "If you weren't my friend, you would be in the grave tomorrow." When Gaskins was caught, Grandpa was stunned and said Pee Wee later wrote a letter to him from prison saying he missed him, but he told him never to write him again. Now Charles went on to say that this experience, well, it sobered him up for quite some time, because with all his drinking and hanging out with Pee Wee, well, it's just a miracle that he didn't become one of his victims. Now when the facility that Pee Wee stayed in was getting closed down, Charles decided to take his children to visit the facility, and there he found a pentagram written on the cell of Pee Wee's wall, and in it, well, Charles' name was in the center.
Spooky, I know.
Charles lived in a trailer park in South Carolina where he married in 1982 because his girlfriend Tina was pregnant, and the two had 3 more children once they were married. Now later in life, Charles went down a destructive path, dealing with his own bipolar disorder as well as that of being an alcoholic suffering from obesity and depression. His youngest son Michael, he asked for a camcorder. Why? Well, he wanted to record Charles's bad behavior and show him how awful he actually was.
There's your goddamn Christmas tree, bitch.
Michael stated he was such an asshole around the house all the time that I told him I wanted a video camera for Christmas so he could show him how he acts. Now that was actually a pretty nice gesture coming from Charles, because Christmas, well, it had always been a bad time for him. One year he lost his mother to a heart attack, and a few years later, well, his sister, she would pass away just days after Christmas.
I told you to turn that thing off!
Say I love me.
It was on Christmas Day in 2007 that Charles would get more bad news. He dressed up as Santa Claus with the outfit, the big belly, and a bunch of gifts to give to his children. But then he realized that they had already opened their presents. And he flipped out, and Michael, well, he had that camcorder rolling. He stated, "What is your problem? I'm your dad," after delivering what would eventually become his catchphrase, "You can all kiss my fat ass."
I'm gonna grab your goddamn apples.
Now this home video, it was pretty epic. One of the daughters, she collapsed to the floor crying. There was also a child buried in wrapping paper and a baby crying. What else could you ask for? This isn't America's Funniest Videos or like America's Scariest Videos. Anyway, the world took an interest in this family. That's when tech-savvy Michael, who was already working as a webmaster and graphic designer, uploaded the video and called it Grandpa Ruins Christmas.
Oh, that's Santa Claus right there. The almighty wilder.
Following this, Michael realized that he had struck a chord on YouTube and he decided to upload more videos of angry grandpa, and oftentimes, while they were crude, they were disturbing, they were abusive, but they were still quite entertaining. Grandpa had medical problems over the years but couldn't afford a doctor, so he decided to film himself doing his own medical procedures on himself. He decided to remove his own crusty toenails, and then in 2010, well, he had a cyst on his stomach that had been bugging him for some time, so he decided to operate on himself with a knife. Yeah, it took several minutes to get the cyst out, but after, well, he was quite relieved. Ugh. Now the world had come to know this character as Angry Grandpa, and the man behind the camera, Michael, he had yet to get a nickname. Then one day, well, Angry Grandpa, he covered Michael in pickle juice, and all of a sudden the name Pickle Boy, well, it was born. Now I couldn't find a video of this incident actually happening, but I did find this.
With a wide-eyed face of surprise overcoming Mike right before he is showered with pickle juice, forever earning him the title of Pickle Boy.
I suppose that's a fantastic YouTube channel for the blind. Among Angry Grandpa's most viewed videos is the one where he's reacting to Casey Anthony's trial. That there was featured on Dr. Drew, and there was one showing his reaction to his missing pecan P-Wheels, featured on Ray William Johnson's channel. There's another where he does a significant amount of damage to his kitchen when he can't find his candy, and there's one of him commenting on Justin Bieber gaining over 2 million views.
Baby, 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 baby. I love the baby!
There's another video on this channel where he breaks Pickle Boy's PlayStation 4 as well as a coffee table with a wrench. And this was a fight that all happened over some Christmas cookies. Yeah, that video, it's extremely popular because over 20 million people have taken the time to watch it. Angry Grandpa credits his YouTube success as being the breaking point to change his life. He went from being an 800-pound alcoholic and distant father to, well, being a little more conscious about his health and not so bad of a guy. Sometimes.
It's beautiful.
Now this isn't the classiest channel on YouTube. Both Angry Grandpa and Pickle Boy, they often shit their own pants. But regardless, they've built up a legion of fans and they know themselves as Grandpa's Army. As for the rest of the story, well, you guys know the story because this is Before They're Famous. My name is Michael McCrudden and I do all sorts of celebrity bios on here. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below who you want to hear about next. Kid behind camera, I'm working on it. He's Pickle Boy. But yeah, you let me know who you want to hear about. McJugger Nuggets. That one's done. You should check it out. Alright, I'll see you in another video.